Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Hope you're all well. Lovely to have you all here. And what another great day, another green day, a fantastic day, in fact. Now we're coming into the Friday sell-off, the last hour. Will we sell off? Any macro conditions to worry ourselves about? I don't think so. So we'll see what happens over the next half an hour. If it goes down more, I'll be buying more. But it'd have to go down lower than I bought yesterday. Otherwise, there's really no point. If it goes higher, I do absolutely nothing. Just enjoy the gains. It's been a good day for everybody, I'm sure. All right, welcome everybody. Now then, I've just put out a couple of videos that you might have seen. Let me go down here a moment. Refresh the screen. If you've not got a red line under the video, that's because you've not watched the video. So if I just show you now what I just put out a few minutes ago. So today, that was one day ago. Here we go. Right. 85%, how I beat 85% of the time, which I do. I'm beating the market today, and statistically over this year, I'm beating by about 85% or thereabouts, not exact, but roughly about 85% of the time I am beating the market. That video has just come out and I explain my strategies, how I buy it, when I buy it, what I buy, how I buy, and all the rest of it. If you want to see that, how I use margin and all the rest of it. Also, we've just put a new top gainer out. This was at the Ed Nevius playlist. Has its own playlist now. Ed, you've got your own playlist, mate. TIRX Top Gainer. Meme update just come out. Faraday Future, an update on the latest news for Faraday Future. What's going on? And straight after today's show at 3:10, which is in 1 hour and 5 minutes from now, margin call. All about margin. How I got margin called so you don't have to. What is a margin call? Okay, I got margin called once before. It happened live on the show a couple of years ago when I first started. How I got margin call so you don't have to, and what is margin call, all explained in this video, and it comes up live. I hope you'll all join me for this as a premiere. I'd like it to do well on YouTube, because it's not the sort of video that will do well without without you guys helping me, because it's not a trending title, nothing like that. It's just a piece of information that I think is really important. I explain all the details of margin and all the rest of it. So hopefully you'll join me for the live chat anyway, and then that will take you right live into the concert tonight anyway. So it would be great if you could join me for that at the end of today's show. All right. So there we go. That's the updates this afternoon. Hopefully you will. So let me set now this live show to go into the margin call video. Hopefully you'll join me for that. Redirect. There you go. Margin call. And it will go straight into that at the end of the show. Brilliant. Okay, that's all done. Customization. Excellent. All right. Right, so let's have a look. What questions have we got? Good conversation today in the extra channel. Getting busier. I like this. It's lovely to see you all chatting away. James was there, positive energy. Hit the like button away in. I love that. Wadey was talking to Zaxay. Yes, I'm missing 2,300 shares to my 15,000 total. This is what I'm doing. That's if you want to know about oil. Stephen Lewandowski's buying oil at these levels. We've got good conversation going on here about oil. So there you go. If you want to know what's going on there, there's the extra channel. Let me come to the questions in just a second. Make sure we're all good there. Yes. Okay, fine and dandy. Let's come back to the comments. We had a little sell-off there. Now it's going up again. It's the way it works. The S&P is traded this way all the time. Hi, John. How you doing? Lovely to have you here. Jay Long, Jay, Mike, Stacy. Lovely. Fata, how you doing? Fata, how are you? You're now on Discord. I hope it's working out. Have you found Ed Nevius' channel? Ed has his own playlist now. So if you go onto this chat, onto the homepage, and you go to the playlist, right across the top, there's the playlist, and then you sort by You sort by last video added. That way it's always up to date. Okay. You will see, there it is, top gainers, low float, heavy volume. There is our top gainers playlist. So these are stocks that we bring you every morning with the latest trending stocks that are doing well, and they're very fast movers. They're designed to be scalp traded stocks. You link to Ed Nevius. He'll provide you with the information in Discord. Learn all about it, and you can do it there. We've got a new stock that came out today, so it has its own playlist, TRIX. The meme stock update that just came out, and then margin call is in the how-to playlist. If you've never seen the how-to playlist, I've got a how-to. How many videos are in this one? 15 videos. So what do you have in this playlist? Well, let's have a look. There's simple trading strategy. This is when I first started. Black Thursday, how to make money, bankrupt Russia. Oh dear, oh dear. What things I was talking about a couple of years ago. Look at that. What is an angel investor? What is a short squeeze? What is a margin? What is margin trading on Robinhood? Officially a bear market. How to go fast on TikTok and YouTube. Stock dividends. How to scalp trade. How to make $1 million investing. How to make $1 million. I need to go back and watch my videos. How to make $1 million investing. There you go. How to beat the market. And then there's margin call. These are the how-to videos. It's funny, I need to go back and look at them myself, thinking, what did I say a year ago? Anyway, be interesting to see that. Martin, look at the volume on Lilium. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Lilium, Lilm, Lilium. Look at the volume. Down 17% today. Average volume, 3 million. Today it's 22 million. That must mean if we're going down so much so quickly, it's being heavily shorted and sold, obviously. Let's have a quick look at Lilium. We do cover this stock, Lilm. Rallo 1, let's have a quick look, Lilium. Let's see what the short interest is. 5%, nothing massive then. Just being dumped. Insiders selling it? No, doesn't look like it. No. Huge upside. What's going on here then? Solvency score, 19%, 40. Okay, let's try and find some more information because it's a bit strange, isn't it? Let's have a look at Lilium. Let's go further into it. Here we go. Lilm. Lilium. What's the latest news on the stock? Okay, where are we? Why can't I see the news? Where am I looking? Where am I looking? There we go. Lilium prices 150. Okay. 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 Okay, I see why. I see why. We got 3 bits of news here. Starts off with good and goes bad, but we knew it. It's perfectly normal. Lilium prices 140 million. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. Okay, May 30. Okay, I'm bringing you the news now. I'm going to do this for you. Okay, got that. And okay, got it. I got it. Thank you, John Granfor. Okay, let's do it here, Lilium. Let's get to it. Okay. Thank you, Rallo 1. I'm about to do Lilium, what day is Asti going to be on the show? If you want to know when anyone is on the show or any event at all, it's the same J long as every video. Go to the homepage. Just look here. And as you can see here, upcoming live streams. Upcoming live streams right there. You scroll across, and there you see the earnings on June the 4th. It's been rescheduled. Scroll across, and there you see Ascent Solar interview. Right there. June the 21st, 12 p.m. Central Time. That's how you find anything out. Upcoming live events, videos, all the live events up the top. If there is members only videos, they'll be down here. Upcoming members only videos. In fact, I just need to do. How can I do this quickly? I can't do it quickly, so I'll do it later. Yeah, that's the answer. June the 14th, and that's how you see it if you want to find it out. All right, let's go back here. Lilium 15. Thank you, Rallo1. LILM. Cheers, guys. Hello there. How you doing, JGSXREM? What is the ASTI earnings call? We've got an earnings call rescheduled for when? I just showed you that. I think I've just shown you the answer for that one. The earnings call. I just answered that, didn't I? Anyway, we've got a date, but it's only estimated at the moment. Good evening from the UK. Andrew Michael, hello. How you doing, mate? Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, all. Steve Wally, Joshua says, what's up, mate? Hello, Joshua. It's not Joshua, is it? J-O-S. How do you pronounce that? Because you're saying I pronounce it incorrectly. I'm saying Joshua, but it's not, is it? Josia. There's no H, is there? Could you tell me how to pronounce it? Josia. Anyway, let's do it right now. Let's cover this stock. Lilium. Okay. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Lilium, ticker symbol LILM. Big drop today. Only a few days ago, we said it's set to fly. We had a lot of information around Lilium. Set to fly, and it's dropped down. Why? What's going on? Well, let's explain it. We know exactly why. No surprises here. Down 26% this week. Over the month, it's down 2.42 when we are all bullish and everything else is green everywhere else. That's why my studio is green. I'm just about to hit an all-time high. I've just coming up to $90,000. Remember, I started with 5,000. No options, no shorts, and I'm just about to hit 90 grand. Consistently beating the market 85% of the time. I've just put a video out about it. Go and check it out. Right, Lilium NV. What is going on? Well, we got some good news, and then we ended up with some bad news. But it's not really bad news at all. It's if you understand it. Let's go and have a look. So tap the like button first of all. If you tap the like button, if you hit the subscribe and ring the bell, please do that as well. That'd be very, very helpful. Right. So a few days ago, just a few days ago, what a difference a day makes, eh? Lilium surges on advanced talks for high volume facilities in France. So we learned about this first of all. We were all excited. Lilium was up 4.6% just a few days ago, pre-market on Monday, after saying it is in advanced discussions with the French government on plans to expand its high-volume production capacity in France of the Lilium jet, including potential government subsidies and loan guarantees. All going well. Everybody loved it, everything excited. And then, over the last 24 hours, things have gone a little bit pear-shaped. What's going on? Well, we know what's going on. This was out yesterday. Lilium launches offering of Class A shares. In other words, they're diluting. They need some more money. All right, they need some more money, basically, to build out their business. Now, when you've got a company raising money to pay themselves pay rises, like Virgin Galactic, we don't like it so much. When it's to build up the business, and we hope that's what this is for, we don't know, then great, okay. There's a time and a place to raise funds. Sometimes you have to do it. It sometimes has to be done. You can't build the business unless you've got money. I mean, that's why a company goes public in the first place. Remember that. A company doesn't go public just so you can buy shares in it and it's all very nice and dandy. It goes public to raise money to build out the business. So it sells part of the business to you so you can invest in it, and that way they can get money to grow. So they're going to the shareholder again. So Lilium launched an underwritten public offering of the company's Class A ordinary shares and warrants to purchase shares, as well as a concurrent private placement offering of shares and warrants to purchase shares. In connection with the underwritten public offering, the company expects to grant to the underwriter an option to purchase 15,000 additional shares at an accompanying warrant sold in the underwritten public offering during the 30 days after the public offering prices, solely to cover over allotments. Not much more to read on that. And then we had this news as well. Lilium prices 114 million financing. That came out just a couple of hours ago. And Lilium announced 114 million financing, including the pricing of a 40 million underwritten public offering of 38 million shares, 95,238 shares and warrants to purchase, okay, as well as concurrent 50 million private placement. So basically what's happened today, the stock has been devalued, has been diluted, so it's been devalued. So you can buy more of it. So the value of the outstanding shares gets a little bit less valuable. That's essentially what has happened. Now, is that a good thing for you as an investor? Well, it's not so good if you're in the shares yesterday, but it's good if you're buying the shares today. Lots of good news around Lilium. Things are moving forward. They're looking like they're about to fly. We've just put out some really good information on Lilium. Let me just put it on the screen for you. You can go and check this news out. Just a few days ago, if you go into, and I'll show you how you find it. If you go into my channel like this, and you go to the top and you type in Martyn Lucas, this is how you find all the things. Add the ticker. Because we have done nearly 200 stocks now, LILM, so pretty much everything is there. If we look here, we have a Lilium chart for you 4 days ago. You might want to go and check that out. Links above my head and down below in the description, you'll find the links. I'll also pin it to the comments when this video comes out. Lilium earnings, you want to hear that, but we also got something new as well. Lilium set to fly 2 weeks ago. Some good news on Lilium. So we've had some good news. We need the money to do it. Perfectly normal. We've got a chart for you. Got all the information you need there to update you with all the latest information. So you need to check these out, the buy zones, the sell zones, and all the rest of it. So you're completely armed in what to do. But there you go. That's what's happened. So if you buy it now, what you're buying is you're buying a business that is primed to do well. It's moving forward. It's raised more money to do it. So now, from here, I think this is an overreaction. It always is. Every single time people overbuy and they always oversell. Because when someone sees some selling going on, they all jump on the bandwagon. That's what this whole game's about. Always lemmings running over cliffs, jumping off, buying too much. It's the way it goes every single time. So anyway, Lilium, there it is. Lilium is oversold today. If you like the company and you've checked out those videos and those charts and all that analysis, if you like all of that, then today is a great opportunity, because I bet you any money you like, it'll go up from here, because it always does. Overreacts, sells off big time, and then people go, oh, okay, that was a little bit over the top. Now it starts buying back. But now you're buying a business with more money to be able to do more, and more likelihood, the chance of success has just gone up. So I like it. I like it. We think that the company's going to do well. We think that the information is all good. And now the company's just got more money. So for the original shareholders, not so nice for them, but good for you. If you're buying it now, you do all right. Let me just share with you the Lilium balance sheet, just so you got an indication of what it looks like. Hello, what's this here?
Stacy Bailey donated $2 through a super chat. Posted video in breakfast bar.
Excellent. I shall go and have a look. Thank you very much indeed. Solvency, 40%. Well, that will have gone up now. Once this reflects, I would expect that to go up because it's now got more cash on the books. So in a week or so's time, that might go up. We'll come back and check. 19% profitability. Well, we know why that is. But look at the upside. 125% on the average and 258% on the upside. Short interest only a little bit. That's not why it's been brought down. It's not part of the meme craze. It's down 5%. We can live with that. That's all right. There's always some short interest in it. There's even short interest in Apple, believe it or not. So 5% is not bad. So it's not dragged into the meme craze. It's gone down as an overreaction, so we can live with that. What about insiders? Any inside trading, inside buying? Let's look at the sentiment on the stock. The last 90 days, if we look at it, there was 40% good news. Then it went to 40% same, dropped back to 12 7 days ago on the news of raising money, of course. And today it's neutral or negative. So mainly neutral, if we're honest, 80% look. So no major hassle today, just people selling because of the downturn. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. All right. So there you go. There's Lilium explained. I hope that helps. If you like the business, maybe you want to buy it. Click above my head for those links. So you've got the Lilium chart. You've got all the Lilium playlist. You might want to look at that as well. Down below here in the description, I'll pin it to the top, and also I'll pin it to the top of the comments. Over here, I'll put the Lilium playlist and another playlist I think you will find useful just down there. All right, until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Alrighty then, when will Fisker be relisted? That's a good question. We don't know the answer to. We keep our eye on it every day, but we don't know the answer to that. I hope to bring you that information whenever I can discover it, but not discovered it yet. Let me close that down, that down, that down, and we're back to Lilium. Okay. What else do we have? Stacey Bailey said breakfast bar. Let's have a look. Breakfast bar. What do we have here? Stacey Bailey in the breakfast bar. Unmute the site. Okay, let's have a little look. Let's bring it up here. What's Stacey? She's probably telling me how to say her son's name. I'm guessing it's not Joshua. We'll find out in a minute.
Yes. There, go ahead and tell him. Tell him.
No.
Tell him.
What?
Tell him how to say your name. Tell him how to say your name. Do it, Joshua.
Joshua.
Tell him.
Josiah.
Joe. Josiah.
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 Now I know. Thank you very much for that. Now I know. That makes sense, Josiah. It does make sense. Why was I saying Joshua? I don't know. Does anyone know why I do half the things I do? I don't know. So now
there,
I know.
Go ahead and tell him.
Josiah.
No.
Thank you very much. Okay, Josiah. Let's have a look. Josiah. I have it. What's the call-in link? The call-in link is the same as it is always.
Martyn donated $2 through a super chat. Thank you for the Lilium clarification.
You're very, very welcome. We're here to support you. Of course, that's what it's all about. Thank you so much for the super chats today, guys. That's a great, great support. Thank you very much indeed. That goes straight into running the studio. All of those super chats really, really do make a huge difference. I can't tell you the difference it makes. Josiah, there you go. So, Rallo1, now you know all about Lilium. Are you going to buy it? Is it a good time to buy it? What do you think? I want an update from Mark Saxby about his little owl. We want to know about the little owl today. Is the owl all good? We want to know. So, anyway. Yes, it's martynlucas.com. Look for the live button. So martynlucas.com/live. Is it called live? Live, yeah, martynlucas.com. Here's the link. I'll give it to you. Thank you very much, Mike, for putting the password in the chat. Appreciate it very much indeed. Make sure uppercase. There is the members are always welcome to call in anytime, whenever you need, to talk to the world. That's what we're here for. Okay, Josiah. Hello, Rallo1. Lucas age 100. That's right. Lilium was 80 cents just 5 weeks ago, and now we are 86 cents. Yes, it popped up and then it came straight back down again, of course, on this news. Kitty K, good afternoon to you. How are you? Lovely to have you on the show. I'm trying to make myself feel better. Thank you for the super chat. Feel better, Steve. When will Fisker be relisted? Thank you. Dana Peck, we are keeping our eye on it. We can't make up the news or make the news sound better than it is. I'm not here to pump and dump stock. I don't own the stock. I only own the S&P. So, my opinions are real and valid. I'm not here to, make up stuff. When I know something, you will know here first. I can promise you that, because we're live 12 hours a day. And if you want to know the moment it comes out and is available to anybody, it'll be here. 12 hours a day, we are live on our extra channel. This is me behind the scenes, and we have a family here live 12 hours a day. If you see here, this is the channel. It's a members-only channel, so we don't have bots and scammers and people ruining things. It's only 99 cents. If you want to become a member, here is the extra channel. Go and subscribe. You can subscribe and watch and listen for free. If you want to engage, it'll cost you 99 cents. That's all. But you can watch it 12 hours a day, and it's like a radio show. It's me talking from behind the scenes like this. But then if anyone announces anything, tells me to come live, there's something going on, I can come back on the main show and do a video and update. It's a great resource. People using it, they chat all day in there, and it's a good place to be. Anyway, I left some messages yesterday that Lilium was going to start diluting their stock. The bag of holding. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Unfortunately, we don't see your links, because if you put links in the chat, it won't be shown, number one. Number two, we don't see any of your links because you're not on Discord. And if you put comments below videos, most members don't see them because they filter it by members. Otherwise, they have millions of messages to read. So if you're not a member, you don't always get noticed because there's just so many comments. We filter everything from members only and so on and so forth. So and also, people don't always take what people say who are non-members, because obviously we get a lot of scammers and bots and stuff like that. So, people don't tend to take as much notice as non-members, I'm afraid. Good evening all. Seth Houston. Wow, loving SMX at 19 cents. Congratulations, Seth Houston. Well, was I right or was I right? I said to you that we would have a green day. As you can see, I'm beating the market again. 85% of the time now, I'm beating the market. You can measure that every day. If you look at the S&P today, you will see today the S&P is up 0.62. Very nice. I am up 0.86. I'm beating the market today by 2 points, by 0.2%, in fact, which is 0.2%. And that's great. Very, very nice. That's because I'm using margin, because when I bought on the way down, it made sense. It's a very simple strategy. If the macro conditions haven't changed, then you buy within balance and within your realms of what you can afford to pay off in an appropriate time. If you want to see my full strategy of how I'm beating the market 85% of the time, I've just put out a video, literally just a few minutes ago. You may have not seen it before the show started. Many of you probably haven't. If you haven't got a red line underneath, you haven't. 85%. And then this links as well to the information of what is a margin called, when I got margin called, how I got margin called, and how I got margin called so you don't have to. So you understand exactly what it's all about and my strategy. That will go live for the very first time, a premiere at 3:10 this afternoon, which is in 40 minutes from now. Okay. Now then, this is very, very good that we're rising into the close, because a long weekend, it's a very bullish sign. When we often call Fridays sell-off Fridays, because people don't want to be in the market over the weekend. If there's macro conditions going on, a war breaking out, some reason to be fearful, there isn't really. And the fact we've got a long weekend, so they can't get out until Tuesday, is great. Because remember, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in. What you're doing is allowing your businesses to grow. Over the weekend, Apple will sell a few more million phones, and Tesla will sell a few more cars, and the businesses will, Coca-Cola will sell some more Coca-Cola, and all the rest of it. And come Tuesday, hopefully, the businesses that we own would have made more money. So people aren't selling out over the weekend this week, which is good and extended, because the fact it's a long weekend. This is very, very good. Very, very bullish sign. Normally on a Friday, if there's concerns, we have a sell-off. We had a sell-off yesterday because of the minutes, and everyone bought back, which is exactly what they do. I didn't buy back. I just bought more when it went down. And that's what I did. And here we are again. So very, very nice indeed. Okay, let's have a look. Moving on the questions. You also told us a while back that EVOLs are fake. That's he did. I remember. You said that Lilium and I think Archer are all make-believe. They don't actually work. They don't actually fly. Well, they do actually work and they do actually fly. It's all very well having an opinion about a stock, saying I don't like it. I don't think it's going to make any money. But certain things are facts. They are flying the vehicles. They work. People are investing hundreds of millions in them. People are refinancing to get them to fly. And to get the business to grow, and to say they don't even work is like people saying iPhones don't work. All the people that are going to go out tomorrow and buy an iPhone are in trouble because their phones they're going to buy don't work. Well, that's not useful information. That's just silly, and it's not based upon any evidence other than just talking silly. So, EVTOLs are real. Vertical takeoff vehicles. So it's VTOLs, I think you mean, Mike. Vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. They are real and they really work. And anyway, to suggest they don't is a bit pointless. Yes, how's your little owl, fellow Mark Saxby? Yeah, we're waiting to find out. Anyway, very good news, rising into the close. Let's have a quick listen in to Bloomberg this afternoon. Let's see what they're saying. We're playing some fancy music, so we won't cover that. We don't want any copyright on our videos, but you can see everything's up today. The NASDAQ is up, S&P 500 is up, the Dow Jones is up. Looking very nice indeed. All right. So what was it all about yesterday? Nothing at all. It was Wall Street taking profits because they knew you'd all sell, and you did. They bought back, and you did. So there you go. Vertical takeoff and landing. Thank you. I knew what you meant, Mike. Don't you worry about that, mate. I knew what you meant. So there you go. That's what's happening right now with the markets. Shall we have a quick look? We've not done this for a while. There's lots of things that we do, and there's so many things we do now that we go for a while without doing certain stuff. Okay, let's look at certain stuff. These are the global markets around the world today in order of opening. New Zealand is closed now. They closed down slightly. Australia, they closed just after. They closed down. The Nikkei closed just down, 0.86. Then the Hang Seng, Hong Kong, they closed down 1.38. Then we moved down to the DAX in Germany. We're now into Europe. So you can see how we're coming from east to west across the world as the sun moves. As you can see, it's what we're doing. The FTSE the DAX closed slightly up. FTSE now, as you can see, as we come into Europe in the middle of the world, things are a bit better than they were in the East. No reason for that, really, other than it is what it is. FTSE is slightly down, hardly down at all. The Dow Jones, where we are right now, we're approaching close. Of course, there's a few hours after hours trading tonight. There's no overnight hours, of course. 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It all finishes until 7 p.m. on Monday night. Normally Sunday night, but now Monday night. The overnight hours will start 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday night, ready for the Tuesday trading. Dow Jones is flat, just slightly up. The Nasdaq is up 1.04. The SPY, the S&P 500, of course, is up 0.59. And there is a cost of oil, crude oil, 77 and 73. Okay, so there you go. That's what's going on there. What else can I share with you this afternoon that I don't normally cover? We have our Sky News. We sometimes cover the news when there's something. Oh, there's a good picture of Mr. Gove. I'm sure he didn't want that. I'm sure he didn't want that to be shown. But there you go. You don't get a choice. There's my ledger. $2,515. I only put, I think, 1,000 in here. 2,570. I bought Bitcoin and everything else at the bottom. I don't buy any more. Don't need to. If it's going to go to $1 million, I've got no risk. It goes to $1 million. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Right? There is my ledger, my Bitcoin. Thank you very much. Then we've got our Coinbase as well. We hold Coinbase. I have another couple of, I put in $1,000 here. This was down to Sensei and his wonderful, this was Sensei down to his wonderful trades. Let's have a look. There you go. There's my all-time score. Started at 1,000. It says I'm up all time. It doesn't really make any sense that. I never understand that. I put in $1,000 and I'm up to 2,620. I've had a few crypto tips given to me. That is true, but predominantly it's all gains. I bought at the bottom, and that's a long way to go before I even look at selling that. At least 10 years of that. What about the main index, the S&P 500? We've got a few red signs there. What have we got? We've got J&J in the center there. Red, INTU down 8% today. This is the S&P 500. Apple up 1.7. Microsoft up 0.67. Nvidia up 2.06. There is the main markets. Have we got anything else to share with you? No. That's all my apps there that I run on the phone. There we go. Rising into the close, as predicted, extremely bullish. Very, very good sign. Very, very good sign indeed. Oh, we've got a business news flash. Let's bring it in.
Here he is, Bill Maloney.
And good afternoon, Shai. The Dow is quiet while the Nasdaq is outperforming. The Dow is currently up 12 points. S&Ps are higher by 0.7%, and the Nasdaq is higher by 1.1%. The U.S. 10-year yield at 4.47%. Gold is higher by 3. Oil trading in the green, and Bitcoin, that's higher by 1.8%. Among the main 11 S&P sectors, leaders were telecom and utilities. Only energy and healthcare were in the red. And leaders to the upside in the Dow, Intel and Apple, while Salesforce and J&J were under pressure. After earnings, Intuit fell 8.6%. Workday plunged 15%. And in deal news, Stericycle is set to weigh a sale after getting takeover interest. In other news, Google is going to invest in Walmart-owned Flipkart. And wrapping things up, NVIDIA hit a new all-time high, gaining 2.2%. Live from the First Breaking News Desk, I'm Bill Maloney. Charlie?
Okay, we thank you very much, Bill Maloney. Have a great weekend.
There you go. Some more information there. Nothing we didn't already know. At least hopefully you already knew that stuff. Let's read these comments here. Let's have a look. Is there any proof EVTOLs are real? Of course there are. I've covered the earnings like 3 or 4 times. I've listened into the CEO and the CFO and everybody talking. I've heard about the investments. I've seen videos. I've read I've read balance sheets. I've looked at specification. I mean, yeah, is there any evidence that proof-tolls, EVTOLs are real? Yeah, well, probably as much as iPhones are real. So anyway, they are only seconds-long jump cuts. What they want to do isn't possible. Isn't possible. Okay, so we have two choices, I guess. We could listen to the engineers and the scientists who work at the factories who actually design, use every day these devices, and the people that invest in them and the institutions that give them money who visit the factories. We could do that, or we could listen to the bag of holding who's not a member of our channel, who likes saying these sort of things. We get people like this. He's probably going to say the earth is flat in a minute and the moon is pink. And that's fine. You are entitled to your opinion, but I won't make my investments on the basis of what you're saying. I will listen to what the businesses are saying and what they're actually doing at the factory. Lilium doesn't even have a full-scale craft, and I doubt it will ever be able to lift itself when they make it. They do, and they're building a lot more. They just did a new deal recently. I think it was it 10 more jets were being manufactured. So they don't just have one; they're building more. And I don't know why they would build all these jets that didn't do anything. I mean, that would seem a bit pointless to me. But you know, maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't have any. Maybe it's all in my head. Good evening, all. Are there any information about TPI Composite? For the last 4 weeks, it goes up. I don't have any information on that, Andreas. Maybe you'd like to ask Sensei on Sunday if you want to any specific chart positions or any technical data. And Sensei provides it every Sunday live in the Sensei Sunday show, live on this channel on Sunday. You might like to join in for that. All right. Hi Stephen. How you doing, Craig? How you doing? Maybe go down 50 cents. Kitty K. What will go down 50 cents? If anyone buys EVTOLs, they should bet on people being fooled, not on them ever being a viable form of transportation. Okay, I wouldn't be doing that. I would only be investing in something that does something and makes something. Not if I'm not going to invest in something that is going to fool people. If I want to do that, I will invest in the local magician down the road who works on the end of the busking on the end of the street. That would be a better investment. Anyway, do you think that space will go to zero by September? No, that's impossible. That's impossible to go to zero by September because it has enough money to last for another 18 months. So for it to go to zero in September, the only way for that to happen, if someone breaks into the bank and steals all their money, they lose their, which they could do, of course, they lose their lawsuit against Boeing and they have to pay Boeing gazillion dollars and they haven't got any money. That's possible. But I don't see those things happening. I see them losing against Boeing. They say they won't. Nobody knows, right? With court cases. But will they go bankrupt by September? No. I would say that's an absolute impossibility. They have 850 paying customers waiting to give them literally hundreds of millions of billions of dollars in wages. So even if they don't build Delta, they sell the factory, they sell the Delta ship, they sell that technology, and they just fly the original craft to get all their money in. They could do that. They could go, do you know what? We're just going to fly the original craft, and we got billions of dollars to make. So to say they're going to go to zero, no, I can't see that. That wouldn't make any sense at all. Damn, I'm not going to lie. I wish I wasn't busy at work when SMX hit 25 cents. Well, to avoid that, Seth Houston, what you should do, and what I did all the time when I was trading all the time and not investing, I had buy orders, silly buy orders for everything that I wanted to buy. So you're saying, I wish I wasn't at work when SMS hit 25 cents. So all you have to do is look at it and go, if it went down 20%, would I buy some? I could be at work when that happens. Yeah, then set a buy order then. Set a buy order for 20% drop. $100 for 20% drop. That way, if you're at work, you might get a surprise going, oh my God, I've just bought SMX for 20% discount. That's what you do. If it goes 25%, doesn't matter. You'd have missed it anyway. If it goes to 19, doesn't matter. You said, I'm happy to pay 20. I did that all the time. I had buy orders set for the S&P 24 hours a day. I woke up in the morning and went, oh my God, I've just bought a share of the S&P at 4 o'clock in the morning. There was what's called a flash crash. These things happen all the time. So if you're a trader and you're wanting to add, you should have buy orders set all the time for 90 days out, maximum, for all the stocks that you want at silly low prices, like really, really silly. Just make up a number. Would you buy it? If you bought it today, it's obvious if it went 20% down, you'd buy it, right? I mean, that's kind of obvious. So, unless the conditions have changed, but then if they changed, you wouldn't be looking to buy more, would you? So anyway, that's what I do. Seth, you can always... Oh, there you go. John Granfall. That's exactly what I was just saying. Hi, Craig, John, Smith, Stacey, Seth, Martin, everyone. How you doing? They would show a complete flight from takeoff to landing if they could, and their stock would instantly multiply. There would be an EVTOL distance. There would be an EVTOL distance or a duration record if they could fly minutes. Okay, bag of holding. Fair enough. But I appreciate your point, but when we last did the earnings call of Lilium, which I covered live, they told us that they are ready to fly. They have all sorts of regulations and tests and things before they're allowed to do it. So that's all going well, and that's all on track, and that's exactly what they intend to do. So you're right. I'm sure when they actually have a regular flight, they will film it. I'm not saying they do or they don't. I don't spend my life studying that one stock, but I do cover the earnings, and they have told us that they are able to do that. They just haven't done. They haven't done what you're describing yet. I don't believe. And because of all sorts of regulations, FAA approval and blah, all the rest of it. Doesn't mean to say they can't do it. But I agree with you. I'm sure if and when they are able to do that, they'll do it. And yes, the stock price is bound to go up. It kind of makes sense. But to say they can't do it when they say they can, and the craft, you said they don't even exist. You're saying the vehicle craft doesn't even exist. Well, it does exist. We've seen it, and they're building more. Why would they be building more if they don't fly? I don't see any sense in that. And they're paying to get it licensed and approvals and regulations, all the rest of it. So I don't know. I just think a publicly traded company that has to follow regulations and suggesting that it doesn't even exist and it never will work and there's no evidence to see it, why would anyone work there? Why would anyone get up every day? I mean, it's like saying that man didn't go to the moon. You've got everybody pretending all the time. As one great scientist once told me, he said, when the people say that man didn't go to the moon, he said, actually, it would have been harder to say it didn't happen and harder to pull off the scam than it would be to actually do it. Because hundreds of thousands of people all need to be in on it. And they didn't just go to the moon once, they went 7 times. So you'd have to scam it 7 times and have hundreds of thousands of people all in on it. It would actually be easier to do it, which is why they did it. So it'd be easier to get this thing to fly than to try to pretend and everyone turn up every day at the factory not being able to do anything. So I don't see how that makes any sense. Anyway, you're entitled to your opinion. Of course you are. Can you talk sometime about KTRA, Mohammed? Of course I can. Of course I can, and I'm focusing on the members. If you want to become a member, I can do the earnings for you. I can do a special video for you. I can do a review. I can do analysis. cover the news. We can make videos that will promote the stock. Become a member. It's only a couple of bucks. Hi, Stephen and the Green Gang. Andrea Smith. Okay, thanks. You're very welcome. Afternoon all. Ed Nevius. Ed Nevius, we were just talking about you. You now have your very own playlist. Ed, you are now famous. Yes, it's called, if you go to the playlist on the homepage, Top Gainers, Low Float, Heavy Volume News, featuring Ed Nevius, supported by Ed Nevius on Discord. You have your very own playlist, and there are 4 videos already in the playlist. There it is. Today's latest top gainer was TIRX. BuzzFeed was yesterday. Sayata the day before. They have their own playlist now. But there is the one that collects them all. How about that? There you go, Ed. Your own playlist. Rock and roll, mate. Okie dokie. Let's come back to here. My prediction of 25 cents by September for space. Crag says Virgin Galactic 25 cents. Well, if it went to 25 cents and anything's possible, it would be going bust. Let's be absolutely clear. When you've got a lot of these stocks which are, 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. We've seen lots of them. The chance of them surviving is 1%, extremely unlikely. And they are businesses that probably aren't doing anything, aren't selling anything, a bit like FFIE, got no money, there's no business there. It's just a trading stock for people to play with until, they finally throw it in the bin. Whereas Virgin Galactic, with the money it's got and the customers it's got, if it went to 25 cents, with all of that, it would either be bought up privately, the whole lot. Someone would buy the whole thing out, take it private. Remember, if someone buys the whole thing out and has buys every single share and just buys it, just buys every share available, and they have the majority, they can take the business private. That could happen. That would become a private company. That's first of all what could happen. If that didn't happen, and nobody wanted it at 25 cents, then it would be bust. And there's no doubt about it. It's okay to see a stock, other stocks, like for example FSR, go to a couple of cents while it's literally run out of money and can't pay its bills, and it's delisted and all those things, right? But to see Virgin Galactic, a going concern with paying customers at 25 cents, then obviously nobody wants it. No one's touching it. Then it wouldn't be a bargain. It would just be a nothing. No, I mean nobody'd want it, would they? So yeah, I think you'd be right. I think it would go bust if that happened. Good afternoon, Ed. An accident would end. Oh yes, it would. 100%. An accident at Virgin Galactic, absolutely. If the next flight was a crash and an accident, you are absolutely right, 100%, it would all be over. No doubt about it, 110%, no question, done, dusted, finished, no more, end of story. And there's no doubt about that. They know that. You can't crash. You can crash when you had 1 million flights, just like aeroplanes. People don't stop flying because one crashed, right? But if they all crashed, when it was, well, they did crash at the beginning, didn't they? But if they were crashing all the time now, no one would fly, would they? But that's not going to happen, is it? I'm actually trying to sell my SMX unless it drops back below 13 cents, which is my average. So to buy now would just raise my average. And I prefer not to, John. Fair enough. Don't be held up by the averages, though. Remember, averages are only a bit of entertainment. And I mean that. They're only a guide. Your average only comes down or goes up when you buy. It doesn't change when you sell. It's your average of what you paid for the stock. Now, you might think, well, if I sold, those stocks aren't in my average anymore. They're not. So why didn't the average change? It doesn't work that way. So you could have trimmed off and your average should have gone down or gone up, whichever way it is, and it doesn't. So don't be hell-bent on the average. People do that. It simplifies trading, and they go, all I want to do is lower my average. That is the wrong way of looking at investing. Investing is simple, very simple. You are buying a business that you believe is going to be worth more than it is today, regardless of the stock price. The stock price is not the value of the business. It doesn't give you any indication whatsoever. The stock price is what people are prepared to pay today. No more, no less. That's it. When I buy a stock, I want to buy a business that I know or believe will be bigger in the future. That's it. So if you are looking at a stock and you like it and you believe it's going to go up, you don't buy it to lower your averages. People do that. I want to lower my average. What does that really mean? It doesn't really mean anything. It's not accurate. It's not an exact science. You buy it because you believe it's going to be worth more in the future, and you want to own more and more and more of it. And the more you own, the greater your gains are going to be. It's why I want to acquire millions of shares of the S&P. I want to buy millions of the best companies in the world. I'm never going to do that, of course, but that's what I want. And whenever I have money to invest, I'm buying more of those great businesses, and I don't sell. So I am backing up the businesses. I'm investing in the businesses. I'm supporting those businesses. Now, if I could buy hundreds of millions of shares of the S&P and I never sold, the market would be stronger and it would hold up like being an institution. But I can't afford to do that. But that's my aim. So I don't care what the stock price is. I care what the business is and where it's going in the future. That's it. Simple. So forget the average. It's not important. We got 45 seconds to go. I never said they don't fly. I said they can't fly 3 minutes with the weight of a person. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's see. It seems pointless to design one that doesn't. I mean, what would be the point? Anyway, okay, brother, just trying to help. No worries. Good information, Martin. We'll be using buy orders. Thanks, both Martin and John. Still learning. Absolutely right. So the military isn't flying VTOL aircraft with ordinary on top of a pilot. Yeah, exactly. Right, okay, let's ring the bell. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. The bell has now gone, and we are ended up another great week. Another week of beating the market. Absolutely fantastic. Not quite 90,000. 88,951. Very, very likely to be at 90,000 next week. Remember, I've got 24 grand of margin at the moment. So just by paying off my margin for the stocks I already own, I will be $112,000. Of course, it will take me a while to pay that off, but that's what I am working to do. That's why I sit here 12 hours a day to earn the money to buy and pay off my margin. If stocks keep rising, I will do absolutely nothing and just keep paying off month by month until all the margin is gone. If things go down significantly without macro changes, I will buy more. Very straightforward, very simple strategy, and I will be at $100,000 in the next few months, 100%, and I will be at a 1 million in around about 6 years, 7 years time. You've seen it on my chart. I've shown you how I'm doing it. When your average goes up, then you now have a higher level to set to get out at. When your average goes up, you now have a higher level. No, you don't. No, you don't, because you can lot sell. You can sell the shares that are up. You don't have to group them all together. You're assuming you're going to sell everything and buy everything. No, I can sell. My averages are going up all the time on the S&P. Always. But I've still got the shares I bought at the bottom of the price, of the range. They haven't changed. They're the same. I own those shares at those prices. My average goes up. I don't care. It's irrelevant. Of course my average is going to go up. I'm going to be buying the S&P in 20 years from now and paying $1,000 for a share. So my average is going to keep going up. Does that matter? No, of course it doesn't. Of course it's going to go up in the future. You can't go forward in time and you can't go back in time. Doesn't matter. My average will keep going up and it's of no consequence whatsoever. Since you've been more money, hence you've made. Catch me up on EVTOL. You need to rewind the video, mate. We've just about finished. Here's an interesting question, mine. How many shares of the S&P are available and do they ever dilute? That's a very good point. I can't see why an ETF would ever dilute. I tell you what it might do. It might do a forward split. It might do a forward split. It wouldn't do a reverse split. If it did a reverse split, it means the world's going backwards, consistently. So it's not going to do a reverse split, but what it could do is a forward split so more people can buy it with options. And I would imagine it probably has many times. I'm guessing. Otherwise, the stock price now would be thousands of dollars, which it could be, of course, but more people can buy contracts by forward splitting. So it probably is forward splitted, but I doubt if it's ever diluted. There's no reason because it's an index following the businesses. The businesses do what they do within the index. The index is the index. It doesn't need to dilute because it doesn't lose money or make money. The businesses do that. So I can't see why it would ever dilute. There'd be no reason for it. I don't know if that's ever happened. Maybe we'll ask ChatGPT one day. Anyway, CMX going back up to 21. Right. Very, very bullish. It's exactly how I said it would turn out today. We did get a nice rally. It kept on going. I'm very close now to $90,000. Very good. And considering that this is a long weekend, that is very bullish. No surprise here at all. No surprises at all. So, folks, we've come to the end of the show. Another great week. Thank you so much indeed. Hopefully everyone's up. Hopefully everyone's making money. There's no reason not to. There's money literally being made everywhere. You can see I'm up $600 today on this account. So $765 today. Great. Am I actually up? No, I've not sold anything, have I? But technically on paper, I'm up today. Very good. Right. We're going to end the show right there. I've got a premiere coming out and I hope you will all join me for this live premiere. This will take us then into the concert tonight, the live concert. So every Friday on the music channel, we have a concert. You all know, come and join me. If you've not got the music link, here is the music channel. If you become a member this week, you can have a free request. Every Friday we have a party. I have a beer. We celebrate, take my tie off, relax, and all the rest of it. I want to leave you with one little thought before we go over to this world premiere. A lot of people started to follow this week Roaring Kitty once again. They liked him because he was the man of the people. He was a guy who was trying to get everybody to, buy a stock and stuff it to Wall Street and all the rest of it. And he would come on with a bandana, give himself a silly name, wear a t-shirt and try to be down with the kids and look all cool and rock and roll. I, however, wear a suit and tie, always have done. And I've been recently, the last few days, given great compliments in the fact of criticism, sarcasm, but actually I take it as a compliment. I've had people saying Martyn Lucas is joining the hierarchy, he's joining Wall Street, he's like all the crooks. I think that's fantastic. If you actually think I am connected to the Illuminati and Wall Street, I'll take it as a compliment. The reality is, though, and I want to leave you with this thought, I started with $5,000. I am more than one of the people than anybody. I just sit with a suit and tie because I believe in being the best of myself. That's all. I started with $5,000, no money, worked for free for a year and a half. However, your hero, Roaring Kitty, who wore a hat and a baseball cap sideways and silly glasses and t-shirts and all this stuff to try to appear as one of the boys, one of the people, one of the lads, was actually a licensed stockbroker. He was more connected to Wall Street than I ever will be, and he had more money than I'll ever have, and he lost his brokerage license for breaking the law. So it's quite ironic when you think about it. The person that you love because he's the man of the people, let's stuff it to Wall Street, was actually the very thing you didn't like. Me, on the other hand, I am a man of the people. I'm just this bloke sat on YouTube live every day. I put a suit and tie on because I believe in respecting my audience. Most importantly, not pretending to be something I'm not. I've always wore a suit and tie. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm at work and I'm doing a good job. Roaring Kitty didn't walk around like that. He walked around in a suit and tie. Just thought I'd leave you with that. Interesting point, right? Take care of yourselves and each other. All right, I'll leave you with that. It's time for the premiere. So we're gonna go and watch this now. There is the margin call. Please do join me for this live premiere. This will take you into the party this evening. This video won't do well by itself because it's just margin call information. But if all of you watch it with me now, then it just might do well. And I think it's important. It's part of the how-to series, and it will help people understand, because I went through margin call, how to avoid it. There is the link to it. I shall give the link to it to my Rumble audience who are live with me now. Let me give it to my Rumble audience. I know it's not on Rumble yet, guys. It will be later. To be fair, Lilium has not had a crude flight, says Habak. GSRXRM. Tricks are for kids. LOL. Very nice. Thank you, guys. Thanks for all of that. All right, let's now, and thank you for your support on Rumble as always. Let's go over to the premiere. It's about to start. When this finishes, when it starts doing the countdown in the next couple of seconds, I will end the show and send you all over there. Please do come and join me. It's live chat, so you can chat with me in the chat there. And after that, of course, we'll be live with the concert. It's Friday night is music night. Looking forward to it. Let's have a look. Great show. Thanks, Martin. Let's party. It's Friday. Yes. Let's have a look. Just like Jesus. Who's just like Jesus? I'm not sure I know what you mean. Martin, you should do a show with a bandana on, dressed like a hippie for a laugh. Maybe April 1st. Why not? Yeah, I'll just pretend to be so. The difference is I'm not going to lose my license, am I? Or break the law, so I can afford to do it. All right. Anyway, here we go. Thank you ever so much, guys. Come and join me now on the premiere. I will see you after this. Please do join me. It's a very important video. It really will help if you join me. Until next time, until the concert tonight, and then Sensei Sunday. Make sure you don't miss that, of course. I'll be back on Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you tonight for some music and a beer. The markets are going up after hours. Great. It's going exactly as planned. Wonderful stuff. And thank you for another great week. We're nearly 3 years old, just round the corner. And we're just around the corner for $100,000. Thanks to all of you. Love you all. And let's get ready for another week next week. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves